Okay, what you have here is a very inexpensive backup camera and backup camera mount. Two separate things, found two separate places. The backup camera is YANEES as the brand name. Got it on Amazon. It was like $26, $29, very cheap. But I didn't want to spend $100 or more on it, and I figured it would work fine, and it does. The mount here was more expensive than the camera. It was like $46, and it was on quadratech.com. And the way this works is it just slips on over the lug nut bolts for the spare tire. It's got these little pins that push over it. You just take your socket and push it tight over here, and it holds it on. And then you put your tire on lug nuts, and this is going to come right in the middle of the opening in the rim of the spare tire. So one thing I'm having to mess around with is it works great. It's all set up, hooks up to my stereo, and it shows up on the screen when I put it in reverse. So all that is great. But the problem is, it's not really a problem. I see straight through, and these cameras are supposed to be tilted down a little bit. And I think it's, if you mounted it on the other side, flipped it over, it would tilt down and you could adjust it. But the problem is there's no way to flip the camera over in the software or whatever. So it's upside down. So if I did that. So what I'm gonna do is take this off. I'm gonna bend this little lip down a little bit on the mount, and just bend it down a little bit so it's pointing down more so I see what's exactly right behind me. But overall, great mount, works exactly what I expected it to do. It should be one cheaper. It's just a piece of metal with a few holes in it, but I couldn't find one for less than $46 or so. So I did it, and that's what it is, but we're gonna see if it works once I bend it down a little bit. That's a little bit more. I could bend it some more, but it's bending the whole frame, the whole bracket down, and I'm not sure if it's going to be too low to hit the tire, so I need to try it out on the tire. So, I think we'll try that for now. There you have it. A little bit of an angle, and that should work out great. We'll see. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Put it in reverse. And so the camera itself comes with the guidelines, and there's not adjustable. The actual head unit here, the stereo, has its own guidelines that I could use if I could turn these off, and I could adjust those, but I just got to figure out what they mean and where they are. So I mean, it should be fine. It tells me that the red zone means you're close to hitting something or whatever, so I just got to learn the limits and learn what it is and what it means so I understand. It's a wide angle. I definitely like being able to see more, but it makes it a little bit harder to see how close you are. So you got to go by these guidelines more to figure out how close you are, because the wide angle makes it harder to tell depth perception. Overall, though, I like it. It's good. It was worth the 30 some bucks or 20 some bucks I spent on it. It was like nothing on Amazon, and it works great. The only gotcha is if I back up and I'm off-road, it seems to do fine here. But if I hit a bump or something and I'm off-road backing up, it seems to kind of go off and on. Okay, here's the issue that I've seen with the backup camera. I'm backing up into my driveway, and when I hit some bumps, flashes, and it would flash off and on and come back on. There, it's back on, but it actually went dark for a minute there and didn't come back on. So I don't know if it just can't handle bumps, or if it's wiring or something. It could be a defect with the camera, or it could be a defect in the wiring, the ground, or something like that. So I just don't know without getting into it and figuring it out. But you get what you pay for, and it was less than $30. So it works for me for now, and if it'll bleep a little bit when I hit bumps, I can live with that for the cheap price instead of spending $100 or more.